Hi everybody, and welcome to a video on the Secret World beta. For those of you who don't know, the Secret World is a game being produced by EA and Funcom. It is a MMORPG set in a modern era that features things like guns and telekinetic chaos blood type powers, and differs from the standard MMO, which is obviously set in a little bit of a fantasy world. The NDA was lifted on the Secret World beta several days ago, so we're going to go ahead and show you some footage on it. Recently, the characters went through a wipe in the Secret World, so unfortunately, my character no longer exists, but that does give me a chance to go through and show you what character creation is like. So we're already logged in, and we can pick our two dimensions, and we'll go ahead and create our character. I'm basically going to go ahead and try to recreate the character that I had, and we'll see how that goes. There are three societies in the Secret World. You have the Templar, the Illuminati, and the Dragon. The Dragon is basically, it's the green one that you see in a lot of the footage. It's Asian based. The Templars are red. They're basically older, more old European, old world style, and the Illuminati are the blue ones, and they are, as you can see here, sex, drugs, Rockefeller. They're more American based, more modern in their beliefs, more of a scientific approach to things. I'm going to go ahead and pick Illuminati, which is what I've picked before. And you can see here you come up to your male or female choice. And here we go with the head traits. Somewhat Asian looking for a non-dragon. Okay, here are some eye shapes. And here are some nose shapes. Some different lips. And let's see some different jaw shapes down here. After setting the facial traits, you can go to hair and makeup. You can get yourself a real punk look with some of the colors. And here are some of the different hairstyles. Have some different eyebrows. See if I could find the goatee that I had been using on my first character. And you can actually set it to not use the same as your hair color. And let's see what facial feature does down here. It's a cool looking tattoo. Kind of looks like a Mike Tyson, Polynesian. See, I can't seem to find the sunglasses that I had. bit strange. The sunglasses that I had at the time were bigger and capable of being blacked out. Well, the sunglasses I had previously seemed to be missing. That seems to be the shirt, which is actually under the jacket. So let's change the coat a little bit. Wonder if maybe... Yeah, there's no scroll over here. The sunglasses I used to have seem to have gone missing, so we'll go ahead and change a shirt. And we'll see what jeans we have over here. Alright, so here's our character. He's a little bit different than the one I had previously. And we'll see what we can come up with for a name over here. Alright, let's try... I figured Vicious would be in use. It was in use the first time before the wipe. Well, even Desperado's in use. That was my previous one. Slicer's in use. Let's try... Okay, looks like Barry the Chopper is going to be available. So we'll go ahead and pause while this loads in. Alright, it has loaded in, so now we're looking at the intro over here.
Although the area has been evacuated, there have been eyewitness reports of activity inside the perimeter, including ongoing fighting between Orochi security personnel and armed civilians. Authorities are denying these reports, and the military has barred anyone from approaching within 100 meters of the temporary perimeter.
You will see the end of days. You will see the dawning of a new age. To be a monarch or a beggar. To lose everything or to become a god. To stand with us or against us. The choice is yours.
So here you're basically finding out that you're getting introduced to a world behind the one that you've known and seen for all of your life.
You are with the chosen, but you must choose for yourself.
You must make the right choices.
You are cursed with free will.
You are cursed with free will. We are here to guide you to the light.
It's not my place to intervene, but then
even if this is merely a dream.
Make the right choices.
Make the right choices. And be mindful of the voices that whisper.
They corrupt.
For they speak the truth.
It's actually been a while since I've seen this intro, because when I first got into the beta it was months ago, and I haven't had to go through this intro part in quite a while. How would you like to wake up and notice that you've just set your shirt on fire, but yet it's not on fire? I think what a game should do now is bring back an intro or an opening from the old Ultima 4 game from Origin, where you get into the game and you're asked several questions and given scenarios, and your options will allow you to choose what you're going to become. Now, if I remember correctly, this intro basically is running around a city area, and you have to do some early quests before you kind of get taken into the secret world. We'll see if they've kept it the same. Man, it looks like The Hangover.
Somebody's been bad. I approve. Mind if I come in? Time is ticking, so I'll cut straight to the chase. I work in talent acquisition, specializing in a highly unconventional sector for a very particular client.
I enjoy the voice acting in this game so much more than SWTOR. I think the voice acting and the capabilities of this game has put SWTOR to complete shame.
Best of the best. That's where I come in. Your talent is raw, but it's obvious. My client has the means to refine that talent and make the most of what you've got, and I'm not talking about money. Well, not just money. Protection, power, the best parties in the biz. We're prepared to give you a unique opportunity, a chance to prove you've got what it takes to hang with the big boys and girls, to rule the world. It's up to you to grab that opportunity by the balls. Based on what I've seen so far, you might be what I'm looking for, or you might end up dead. Time will tell. Tick, tock. You have an appointment tomorrow in Brooklyn that I'd recommend you keep. There's no address. Consider this the commencement of your official interview. Find us, or we'll find you. My client has eyes everywhere. Don't be stupid. Later, Gator.
Alright, looks like we're loading into the world now. This is going to be the intro area where you run around and get a feel for how the quest will go. And then you get taken to kind of like a mystical subway that transports you to the first major questing area. It's a little bit different from a lot of MMORPGs in the fact that this is a very adult game. It's aimed more at adults, and you're not going to see, conceivably, a lot of kids playing. There's adult language in here, adult situations, there's witches running around naked with boobs, sea kelp on them, and it's just it's not one you would expect a 12 or 13-year-old to play, but maybe somebody, 18 and up, 20 and up and everything. So this is basically your tutorial area. And you go through and do some early quests. And we'll see if this guy gives a cutscene over here.
No. Too much visibility on the street. They're listening. They're always listening.
I have the graphics down low for ease of recording over here, but this will look a little bit prettier running DX11 and having it on high resolutions. It kind of looks like everybody's made of clay on this, but that's not the fault of the game. That's just the fault of how I'm recording this.
I know. Oh, you're wondering why they haven't disappeared me. Shut down my magazine? It's because I play smart. I play along. It's a game to them, you know? It's all just a game. Oh, hi, Leah. Don't worry, she's not one of them. She's in my D&D group. Role-playing is the only avenue to resist control. We do nothing they don't tell us to. They've been conditioning us in every kind of
Love
media
this
for
conspiracy
years,
theorist
okay?
guy.
Example? Pac-Man. That's how they see you. Just a little head, just a mind share. And you run through the mazes they built, sucking down their pills. The fruit, the forbidden wisdom of Eden, never enough. And you can't shake the fucking ghosts, right? I mean, they're watching you. Their eyes are always watching you, even beyond death. This all adds up. That's where you'll find the Illuminati, at the Dark Center, in the Ghost House, in the Labyrinth. It's right here. Just follow the yellow dot road. That's all I can say.
So that's an example of how questing goes in this particular game. A lot of times when you come across a major player, you will run into a cutscene, which will be the intro, and then you'll be given some dialogue options. You click on it.
Look, who I am isn't important. What is important, what is vitally important, is raising awareness of the truth. You can quote me on that. David O. Screed, Editor-in-Chief, a weird non-fiction magazine. Maybe you read us. Or maybe they stopped you.
Now these are just dialogues over here because actually he's already given me the quest. So your quest list will be over here on the right. And if you click on something, you'll see exactly what's going on with the quest. Now things in this game have tiers. So when you go through a quest, your chain is actually played out ahead of you by mentioning the tier. So I can see here I'm on tier 2 or 4, and I can see what I've done prior. It's kind of handy. The other thing that is very nifty about this particular game is once you do a quest, you can actually do it again once it comes off of a timer. And the good thing about that is it allows you to kind of step back and help friends. You know, so let's say you get the game and about a month into the game a friend comes along and he's playing it. And he rolls the same faction as you, or, you know, and you want to help the person out. All you need to do is just do the same quest again, and you'll be able to get credit in some of the rewards, but you probably won't get the equipment that you got. But you'll be able to get some of the money and the experience and everything. Interactable options in the environment are here in yellow. Some of them are in red. So in this one, he wants me to find evidence of him being surveilled here in the laundromat, and you can see this little camera over here is yellow. You'll get the gear icon, you'll click it, and we should pass on to part of the next tier, which is to do more, find more surveillance equipment. You can see the little blue circle over here. Gives us a rough idea of where we might find it. And there's another yellow object, so we'll click it. And now we have to follow this trail, so here's a quest marker. You can sprint in the game. And here's another player running along. And here is a interactable environment piece called a lore object, similar to a lot of the stuff you'd find in Rift when you'd find the artifacts that kind of tell the story of a zone and everything like that. Y is your assembly, I is your inventory, C is your character. B brings up an in-game web browser. Now this is key to realize on this particular game, because a lot of what you encounter for quests and everything in the secret world, they actually refer to real life things. Like there was a password way you had to get Vivaldi's Four Seasons. And that's why they give you this web browser, is they want you to interact with life in the game to find things. And it's really handy to have a web browser in game like this, because you're going to be using it. I've had at least one occasion where I've needed it. So I hope you enjoy this intro to the game. I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off now before it gets too long. I hope your appetites have been whetted for this particular game. Yeah, it is really fantastic, and if you're looking for a modern MMO, an adult one that you're probably not going to see a lot of kids running around in, adult humor, adult situations, if you want to be challenged by the quests again and not have everything like click to walk to a quest, or everything super highlighted on your map so you know exactly where to go to the very foot or inch, check out The Secret World. It will be a purchase for the actual software. It'll be a sub. We're talking WoW level cost, $13, $15 a month. Will it go free to play? I'd say probably. I'd say 6 months to maybe about a year. I hope the game gets press, and I definitely hope they get a player base, because I think Funcom and EA are onto something good. So thanks for checking out this video on The Secret World, and keep watching the channel. We'll probably see some more. Have a good one, folks.